Hi guys, Coleman, by 95.7, and this is 3 Points with Coleman. Let's go to London, where 7 men were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit bodily harm. Now, bodily harm is bad enough, but it gets even worse when you realize that the bodily harm that they wanted to cause was genital castration. Ouch. But it gets even worse when you realize that the people that they were planning to castrate, genitally castrate, volunteered for the genital castration. These men wanted to get castrated. See, they're a part of this cult called the Nullos. These are men who don't identify as any sex. They consider themselves to be asexual. So they voluntarily get their junks cut off so their bodies can match their gender identity or their preferred gender identity. Now, as bad as that sounds, it gets even worse when you learn that sometimes when these nullos get castrated and turn into smoothies, as they call them, these smoothies take their newly castrated junk and they cook it and serve it to people, to other nullos, so they can eat it. These nullos willingly and literally eat a dick. Their dick. And as bad as that sounds, it gets even stranger when you learn that when these nullos sign up for their castration and they get it all set up and they go to their castration basement, there were cameras set up to record and stream the castrations so they can sell it on pay-per-view. There are people paying money to see other men get castrated in some London basement. Point number 1. What the actual f***? Look, the more I learn about the world, the more I understand that there's an underbelly of society that we know nothing about. And the more I learn about this, I realize maybe we shouldn't want to know anything about it because it shouldn't exist. There should not exist a cult of men who get their junk castrated on pay-per-view and have other people eat their junk. Point number 2. There shouldn't exist people who are willing to drop money to watch videos of men getting their junk castrated on pay-per-view. Is this what you're doing with your paycheck? This is how you're spending your money. Look, it's already sad enough that there are men in the world who are so confused by their gender identity that they're willing to get their junk cut off so they can feel more comfortable in their bodies. It's already sad that there are men who are willing to castrate other men, not a surgeon in a medical facility, but some dude named the eunuch maker in a London basement. It's already sad when you realize that after these men get their junk cut off, some of them serve it to other people so they can eat it, and they eat it. But to say, you know what, we can record all this and sell it and people will buy it. All we have to do is get some cameras, set it up around our castration basement, set up a paywall, advertise it, market it. That way people can know that it's available to purchase on pay-per-view. Dude, that is a whole nother level of sick. How did that even come about? Like, oh man, I wish I could make it to the castration this weekend, but I can't go. I got something else to do. Maybe we should record it. You know what? We can record it. I'll record it for you. But how much are you willing to pay for it? This equipment doesn't come cheap. The camera equipment or the castration equipment. Probably stolen from a hospital, but still not cheap nonetheless. Point number 3. The ringleader of this cult gave himself a nickname. The eunuch maker. You know what that means when you give yourself a nickname? When you give yourself a moniker? That means this is something that he's proud of. something that he's boastful about. To give himself the nickname the Eunuch Maker, that means this dude gets out of bed and he looks at himself in the mirror. And when he says, "Yep, I'm the Eunuch Maker," he sticks his chest out in pride. He likes this. This is something he wants to be known for. He wants to create a legacy. He's the Eunuch Maker. He says to himself, "Yes, I'm the best at what I do." When it comes to genital castrations, when it comes to chopping junk off, I'm the best junk chopper in the business. When these nullos want their junk cut off so they can become smoothies, I'm the one that they reach out to. Yes, I'm the Eunuch Maker. Ugh. My overall point is this. As horrible as I think this is, as horrible as I know this is, as horrible as these things this cult does from top to bottom, from the genital castrations, to the genital castrations in an unsafe environment, to the genital castrations being served to other people so other people can eat, to the videos of the genital castrations being recorded and streamed and available for purchase on pay-per-view. As horrible as all of that is, I still don't think any of these men should go to jail. Personally, I see everything they do, from the castrations all the way down to the pay-per-view, as a crime against nature. But legally, I don't see a crime. These men voluntarily agreed and consented to all of this. The people that got castrated voluntarily wanted to get castrated. The people who did the castration consented to do the castrations. The people who got served the mutilated junk and ate it all agreed and consented to eat it. The people voluntarily wanted to put up cameras for the videos so they can see themselves or get themselves recorded getting mutilated, and there were people on the other end willing to buy it. So from top to bottom, as horrible as it is, everyone involved were consenting adults who did this voluntarily and willingly. Nobody was forced, nobody was coerced, nobody was intimidated to do anything against their will. They all wanted to do this. So, even though they're getting arrested, I don't think anyone should serve jail time as long as they can prove they were all in agreement. And if they were all in agreement to everything they were doing, no matter how horrible it is, I say, let them do their thing. Or let them undo their thing. This has been 3 Points with Coleman. And I'm about to go score. Swish. Ugh.